welcome to this fifth episode of Let's Talk Films. Over to you, Anand sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kalyani. Once again, we are back with Let's Talk Films, and today we have amongst us one of the leading cinematographers and filmmakers of Malayalam. And he is one of the most recognizable cinematographers in the Telugu industry as well. And right now, he is in the middle of a very busy schedule. Thank you. Welcome, Sujith, and thank you for joining us.
And thank you so much for this opportunity. And
he is halfway through. For the information of the participants, he is halfway through the making of one of the, what will be the biggest, we are expecting the biggest film from the Malayalam industry, directed by Prithviraj Sukumaran. It's the Empuran movie. So let's start with the film. So this is supposed to be a sequel or a continuation of blockbuster film Lucifer. So what are we expecting?
That's the issue. That's the real issue, actually. Don't expect much. Because see, we are trying to get something special for you guys, always the film as friends, and we are trying to get something special, something big. But don't expect much, because I don't know how much you are expecting, what's the expectation levels. So if we can meet that expectation levels, then we will be a fail. But we are trying our level best to get something special for you through that Empuran. I think we won't disappoint you on that.
Okay, so because I asked this specific question because Lucifer was one of the visual treat that happened to Malayalam films, and it has been made into other films. But then, as you have rightly said, the expectations can be heavy baggage for you filmmakers, especially. And I don't want you to go into the details because you are only halfway through it and you're not in the freedom to speak about it. So let's get into the real talk. We'll do in a filmy language. We will do a flashback here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you come from a family of artists. Your father is Sujith Vaasudev. He is an accomplished percussionist, a chenda player who has performed for Kathakali. You are married to Manju Pillai, one of the most recognizable actors in the Malayalam industry. So how did you reach to cinematography?
Cinema, of course, yes, 90% of the people who are watching movies, they will be into, they're inspiring with that characters who are playing that in the movies. So I'm also, I was doing theaters in my early stages, in the college stages.
We used to do theater together.
Yeah. That time, when I'm watching movies, so the characters deeply feel inside us, and
you connect to the characters.
We were talking together about the characters, how he is performing, how she is performing, and all. So that particular impulse actually growing inside us, otherwise inside me, and it entered the film industry. But first of all, I was
in theater. You were more into acting.
Yeah, I love acting on those times. But after a particular point, I was totally behind that screen setting, stage setting, lighting, organizations and all. So when I do those things in the theaters in early stages, then I see. I could feel that. See, this is what we are going to do for pleasing the audience. So if I can do it in front of the camera, otherwise through the camera, then that will be more good to the audience. It will reach more.
Okay.
So I just started planning to get into movies. To that.
Yeah, but then I asked this particular question because reference to your father, Sujith Vaasudev, is because there is a rhythm in your visuals. So because when watching your films that you have done camera for, I could feel that there is a rhythm in the way you do the shifts, you do the focus, or the visuals move from one point to another, there's an inherent rhythm in it. So does that come naturally to you, or is it dictated by
Yeah,
the?
definitely is, because my father is a very good, well-known percussionist. So he used to play chenda in Kathakali, and there's a performing arts like Tayambaga, Chendamelam, lots of things like that. So I learned chenda for the school competitions and all, and I love to play that also. But the thing is, yeah, maybe that rhythm helps me to do all these things, because see, most of the directors told me that your trolley movement is so smooth than other ones. Maybe because of, see, if I sit on that particular trolley, something like, I can feel a music. So that music leads to me to that, towards that character, towards that scenes, towards that emotions. So maybe those kind of things happen inside us. That will help us for that rhythm. And yeah, of course, my dad's gene.
Okay. That's there. That rhythm is there, and
Yeah, that helps me a lot.
okay. Now coming to your filmography, the first film, or you got noticed as a cinematographer. The film world noticed you as a cinematographer with the State Award for the best telefilm. That is way back in 2008, I believe.
2008 or 9.
Okay, that's called. It's a telefilm called "Nidilum Nilavum Parayunnathu,"
Yeah,
or Shadow of Life. Can you share that experience? Before that, I think we can have a glimpse of that film. This is the film that won you the best cameraman, best cinematographer for the state.
Well, is this a trailer or teaser? What?
This is a promo film.
Just a promo.
I managed to find it online.
Oh,
So can you share that experience?
yeah, but that film is not like this. It's something. Um, it was a beautiful film. And one of my friend, or no, our friend Reggie Sain, directed that. And that plays actually those two characters playing the what is that? What is it called? Mind. It's playing inner minds.
Okay, the visualization is about the
What they are hiding inside and all. And it's about a love, but nobody telling that, yeah, I'm loving that, I'm loving him, loving her, or what. But yeah, that's a very complicated sequences are there, and yeah, it was so good for me to create that, the hidden moments.
okay.
Yeah.
So that is how you designed that frames, and because there is a comment that came up right now.
No, that friends is not there in this particular things, because we spend a lot of time to get her emotions mostly. She's the one who is leading that particular
Narrative.
And we used a lot of mirrors to get that expressions. A lot of heavy highlights for that, because to show her loneliness. And she's always sitting in a very darker theme, like she feels she's alone there. So that kind of so many things are there.
Okay.
It's beautifully shot.
So you basically work around the mind of the character.
Totally yes.
Okay. Now coming to your big entry to the wider world of film, probably the film that registered you as a cinematographer would be Lijojo's Pelisseri's City of Gold. I think that came out in 2011. Even though you had done one of the films in the anthology Kerala Cafe in 2009, and you did Segavar and College Days in 2010.
In 2010.
But then City of Gold, I particularly like among your filmography, because it was in a way moving out of the box thinking at that time in 2011. The way that film has been conceived, it's you cannot just say that it's non-linear. It is interwoven. Different narratives are woven into each other. Perspectives are changing constantly, and visuals played a very important role in that. And that is why. So what I felt about this film is there is a lot of movement in it. There is a lot of aggression in the films. Because I remember one particular fight scene where it was continuous, like it came in one flow.
Surprising. And basically, this
Can you talk about that fight scene?
Yeah, definitely yes. That's a brilliant experience for me. And basically, this film tells a story of a goon. No, so in a different perspective, three different perspectives, and we did three kind of colors also. We used three kind of colors, three lighting pattern also, and about the fight scene. Actually, we shot this particular film is in Super 16. On those days, it's not. Usually we are not doing that with the 16 things and all. But we particularly select that because we need a wider kind of lenses. We need
is a lens.
No, Super 16 is a camera.
Yeah,
aspect ratio actually, the filming aspect ratio. So it's in we are shooting it in a 16 film, and with the wider lenses. So Super 16 we'll get a wider lenses, wider formats and all. So that's why we choose that. And lots of limitations are there, but yeah, a lot of positive things also there in which the camera. Yeah, mostly we shot with the handheld shoulder. Only 3 shots are there with the stand. That after all settling up with the characters and all, then we also settled there. Only that 3 shots. One is with jib, one is with the stand, one is with the trolley. So these 3 shots are there in the final thing. Otherwise, back is fully in handheld shoulder.
And the fight was also taken in the hand.
Fight was also taken in the handle because we planned that inside fight studio itself.
So there's a sequence where the Rima is the actor playing an actor. She's shooting.
Yeah, she's shooting something.
Is coming.
Yeah, this goon coming into that
location, and there is a fight happening there in a limited space.
In a limited space. In a very limited space. Actually, we planned that fight in 3 days. Cut short something. But in the morning we started. But when we start that fight, anyway it's in hand. So I just planned something. And Prithviraj noticed that, and he did something in that. So he said, pan that, then I'll kick that. Then he started improvising with the whole team. And surprisingly, that we planned it for 3 days, the fight. It finished within the half day, and we shifted from there and we shot something else.
So you finished that entire fight sequence in half a day?
In half a day. Oh, only I think 2 rehearsals and 2 takes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is about 2 and 45 minutes or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 45 seconds.
2 minutes, 45 seconds.
That's the entire sequence.
And that's right.
So here, I think Ankita Ganguly has a question. Ankita, can you come online and ask the question?
Yes, sir. Hello. So when we saw the first clip of that woman, sitting on a bench or sitting in a room, so that idea, actually, that clip brought to my mind this idea of the montage, which is used in movies. So I don't know, like I have always felt like this technique of the montage often alludes to the fragmentation of experiences or the selves. So does it always necessarily allude to that, or it can be something else also? Because here also I felt like this postmodern idea of fragmentation of experience, especially like here also this woman seemed very unhappy. I don't know, like, so how do we see this technique of montage in postmodern movies?
The is a promo video, so the cut is different. That this is not what it has appeared in the final film. This is a montage cut is for the promotion. But then, yes, your question is whether montage can be used to portray the fragmentation of characterization, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Basically, if we can capture an expression, if we can capture something like whatever the mood is, we have set a stage. Even if in a film stage, drama plays, we have set a stage, set a particular thing, a particular frame to act, otherwise to enact, or so we can judge that mood. We can pull that mood in that through lighting, through lenses, through sequences, whatever ideas we can use. But the mood should be there. That's the only thing we have to stick on with that.
Okay, we have to ensure that. Because that takes a narrative forward.
See, there are 1,000 ways to do that particular shot. Sometimes someone only gives that curtain lights, nothing else.
Natural lighting.
Very curtain lights. So it will be set out. So we can imagine whatever we have in our mind. So otherwise, sometimes someone will give a shaft for that. Someone will give a top light for that. Someone will give very closer kind of thing. Someone will give very wide. So there are so many ways to narrate a particular mood. So
Backlighting is one of your specialty. Like you use backlights to
not specialty. If that character, if that scene, if that situation demands that, then we will. But otherwise, yeah, it depends on that particular scenes and scripts.
Okay.
And there are so many ways. That's the thing. So there is no particular way that this is the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can.
Okay, that's it. Now that brings us to the two films that got you the State Award for the Best Cinematographer. That's in 2013. There are two films. One is Ayal, which translates to that man, can be translated as that man. And second is The Memories. These two films happened in 2013. So we'll start with Memories. Memories is particularly very, it's entirely different from what we just watched. The pace of visualization in City of God, even though it is a promo cut, that holds true to the general pace of the film. It is fast. It's fast, it's furious, it's aggressive, because the violence of the goon is captured in those visuals. Whereas when we come to Memories, it's an entirely different tone. And Ayal is totally different from Memories.
Yeah,
so we'll talk in detail about that. This is a thriller movie.
This is a very good film.
So what is like? It is entirely different from the tone that you have set for City of God. So what was the treatment that you gave for the visualizing Memories?
In these Memories also, if you keenly watch, there is also two stages of a person, of that person, that character. So one was like he's a drunkard. One was like, so I just totally treated that area in a very flat, very dull, very suppressed way. But once he began behind that killer, then from there I started growing with the character, with the tones. Then it's fully on a massive way. Like I used the sharp lights. I used the straight lights, only straight backlights, like that. So it's if the character is a bit more vibrant than the previous sequence, then we have to shine them through that lighting, through that lenses, through that angles and all. So and of course, yes, we know that these kind of musics will be there, these kind of shots, these kind of cuttings will be there. So we have.
But also you play with darkness in this film. there is a lot of darkness in this film.
Because see, if we notice the films like you know seriously talking about the killer, talking about that particular psychos and all, the darkness needs there. Because then only we'll get that feel to someone is hiding somewhere. Someone is he is not there. If we light up in a flat area, flat field, then we won't get that feel.
So that fear element is in the darkness.
Of course, yes. That's why I did so many films like that. That I usually
You're basically a night person.
definitely yes. Yeah, I love drive at nights. And basically the fear factor is if you can ask somebody why you are not going out. So the dull lights, otherwise the darkness give us fear.
Okay.
And the grainy things gives fears. If there is total light, then there is no fear. If we are sitting in a big room with full of lights, then yeah.
So you definitely use that darkness as a character or as to bring in that fear about that killer.
Definitely, yes. The hidden things will be there in the darkness.
So how was the shooting like?
Oh, that's quite difficult actually. See, if you put a light behind our camera, then everything will be visible. So we have to create that particular sequences, otherwise particular feel, wherever where the location we will get, wherever that we get, we have to create that particular feels with the discussion of art director, art director, etc., etc. So lighting guys, our gaffers, my associates and all. So we have to discuss full things about the full scene about with them. Then only we can create something what we need.
Once in one of the conversations, I remember you saying that your focus pullers had a problem with that.
lots of problem, because I usually do with the full open lenses. The aperture will be full open. So the difficult for the focus puller is like if we are cutting 4.5 or 5.5, 5, 6 or 8, something like, then the focus pullers can get easily, the focus can get easily. Yeah. But in the full open ranges, they will get confused that, see, it's too minute. If we are, usually I'll do very tight closes with full open. Then they'll ask me that, so can you please cut push a little more lights there. Then sometimes I'll say, okay, fine, if there is no harmness. Otherwise I'll say no, we can't. So I'll get full open and they're extraordinary guys in
so
that.
So the full open will means there will be not a lot of grains and noise in there.
If we don't light it properly, in the sense, if you don't light up fully, we will get grains, and that grains helps us a lot to get fear.
Okay.
Because I know, did you watch Ezra?
We'll come to that. Ezra is one film that we need to discuss, because Ezra is where you have used darkness and shades to create exactly the fear. Because Memories is more of a thriller. Ezra is into a supernatural.
Memories, I did drama, more of drama in that. And Ezra is, I just get into a natural way. Drama is there, definitely.
Yeah. But
without drama, we can't
come to Ezra later on. But why I asked about Memories in detail is because the film Ayal, or That Man, is also very dark. It is also set in a dark compositions. You have used darkness in that film. But then in that film, that particular film, darkness is very romantic. It's very poetic. So darkness here is very poetic.
Because it's a kind of story. It's not romantic. It's not thriller. Actually it's a romantic story.
And it's set in an old time.
In all time, in 1950s or 40s or 50s something. So where there is no electricity.
Okay.
So right now, actually, we can sit with a kerosene light. We can read that. We can read right now because we used to see all this
Too much of light.
too much of lights. Yeah.
In those
But
time, people
in
were.
olden days, people are reading with this kerosene light. So that is so sufficient for them to read a full book, full whatever. So,
So they were used to that.
In those days, that is actually sufficient for the whole area. One single kerosene light is sufficient for the whole area. But today in new eras, it won't happen. We can see, we can read. So that days, people can see their faces, others' faces within that particular single kerosene lamp. So that even if it's a kerosene lamp, so the face should be more brighter than whatever we are seeing right now, because they are so keen on their expressions. So that's the method I use that in that.
In this film.
Yeah, because only that moonlight in the nights. Only that moonlights and the kerosene lamps will be there. How is that oil lamps?
Okay. And then you fill it up with just
with my artificial lights. Yeah.
so that's only source of light that you have used for the film.
Only source of lights.
Okay. So
Otherwise, I didn't do any gimmicks in that. Only very naturally I shot, but created more drama with the lights. There is a sequence in the pool area
okay.
that they are romancing each other. That Lal character and Rana character romancing each other. That I used only one single light there. That reflection, I used only that reflection there. And
Reflection from the water.
yeah, it must be. It will be like a silhouette, but not silhouette. In the reflection, the glary reflection, we can see the faces.
So the same darkness which can create fear can also create
romance.
Okay.
But the elements should be there. The water element, sounds, things.
Definitely. So I think Hina Wadhwani has a question here. Hina, are you online?
Yeah, hello.
Hina,
Hi.
yeah.
Sir, I wanted to ask, these days we know content creators, influencers, they're increasing every day, and there's so much on the internet. We see viral videos. Now, few videos we see and we question ourselves, oh, was it supposed to be viral? And few are. So my question in general is that what do content creators keep in mind, or what is it that strikes an audience? Because even like on YouTube or anywhere on social media now these days, we're filming, editing, lighting. So what should we take care as newcomers so that what we want to say, it gets conveyed and it of course becomes viral? So yeah, generally like
So
that.
What are the points you need to keep in mind?
Yes.
Question. Actually, what is it for this question?
She asked what are the
You
things,
know what? Yeah.
as a filmmaker, what are the things you have to keep in mind to become viral?
Yeah, come on, this is funny. Yeah, but viral. I never became viral. So how can I answer this?
Okay, so
Yeah. How can I answer this? I don't know exactly what to say about that.
So we can actually take it maybe to YouTube. Let's just forget the other platforms. On YouTube, we see that there are videos, education videos, more videos.
There are videos. See, whenever we are watching YouTube's or Insta or something else, see there are so many blunders are happening, and that's also viral. So many good things are happening, that's also viral. So how can we judge that? Okay, this will be a viral thing, and this is good. This is good for a viral. I don't know how to judge that, but yes, if
if you have something to say it with honesty.
definitely yes. even in that YouTube channel or whatever the media is, say it with the very honest. Then I don't know exactly how, but yeah, I'll learn something about that particular marketing tantras, and I'll let you know
Okay.
if I get that.
I think to add to what Hina asked, I think Ananya has a question where she talks about the equipment. Ananya?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask, so my question, this question started in my mind when I saw Village Rockstars by Reema Das. It had released in 2017, I think, and it was a film where the director,
Which one? Which
Village
one?
Rockstars,
Village.
Village Rockstars by Reema Das. It was sent to Oscars, I think, the next year. So it was done by a single person, the direction, cinematography, editing, script writing, everything,
Hmm.
sort of. Since then, I have tried to learn the sophistication of shooting. But the thing that comes is that, of course, my experience and knowledge lacks there. Like if I want to, I can admire things, but I do not understand the technicality of it. And while I was, of course, you are a professional in this field, and I couldn't help but notice that the sophistication of equipment and technique was brilliant. So I'm just curious, like, how do we begin to study? Do we first learn the technical aspects and then play around with it to help our creative needs? Or do we first visualize and then start learning piece by piece? Like, this is a shot I require, so I should learn how to take it and how which lens and all will be used. I am a little like stuck
Ah,
there.
see, I have a daughter called Dea. She was studying 9th or 10th or something that day. Now she's a bit more. And in that days, some of the photographic uh, competition happened. And
Hmm.
she took only with her uh, mobile camera, nothing else. And there were 12 or 15 entries were there. But I don't know who shot which. But I selected four pictures, and three of them was theirs. It's my daughter's.
Oh.
I wonder how she didn't give a spark also about her photography skills and all. But I wonder how she made that. So I asked you didn't showed anything any interest in this, but how did you do that? Then she just said, I just went there on the location. I just watched. Then I closed my eyes. Then when I opened, I have a vision. I don't know exactly what. I just shot only that. Do this. Just do that. Else.
That is so reassuring, sir.
Nothing else. You can easily do whatever you want, whatever in your mind. But
Hmm.
be focus on that particular thing, what you want.
Mhm.
Focus on that particular thing, what you want. Then do that. Otherwise, otherwise don't think like I just want to do something. There is no
Hmm.
something. There is only particular thing you want to do. So focus on that particular thing and do. Then you will.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Doing it very honestly.
Very, very, very honest. Yeah. Otherwise, we can.
Okay. So now let's come back to what we were talking about. We were talking about the frames and darkness.
This is
Esra. So because you already mentioned about Esra, where you use darkness as a tool.
yeah, of course.
Because unlike Memories was a thriller film where a police officer who he became a drunkard, he's brought back to service to solve a case of serial killing. And that's where you use that serial killing element. use darkness to create that fear and mystery. Whereas in Ezra, we have a subject which is supernatural. So that frames the visuals is very, very much important in that. Here again, that fear factor, that supernatural thing is portrayed through darkness, the frames of darkness.
Yeah.
How did you come to that? Like, what is the role that visuals played in this narrative?
See, basically, whatever we are feeling in our real life, that is real. When I felt fear in the darkness, then as a cinematographer, otherwise as a person I can remember that fear factor, the moment where I fear. So in that moments, this darkness shows a very, very, very big role. No, see, if we are somewhere in a very, very big in a church, then suddenly the light goes. There is no electricity, total darkness. Then what is your imagination? Otherwise, what is your thought process? What more?
So is that a decision that the cinematographer takes, or does the director gives you a clear idea about, like, this is the feel that I want to bring in, and then the director?
Definitely, yes, that's a teamwork. Nothing, cinematographer can do nothing
On his own.
individually. You know, that is always teamwork. Teamwork wins. Always know. If the director has a vision, like, see, I need this kind of mood, then he will narrate all the things. See, from this much of lights I need. This is here. I don't need lights. I need only that particular things. Then only these discussions will happen always, and yeah. And some other things, shadows and all. Shadows will gives us more fear, you know.
Okay.
And in this Ezra, actually, the JK is the director. Told me, come and narrate me the script. When he has given that narration, you know, I totally impressed that, yeah, wow, we are going to do something else than normal Malayalam movies. So I just prepared. I just homeworked a lot with my team. Then my team has so many ideas. So we clubbed all the ideas together. We kept very low lighting for it was too difficult for the focus pullers to pull the focus. And then only we will get that grainy thing. So we selected a particular camera there. We selected little older lenses for that. So these homeworks must be there. Otherwise, we can't do anything in a free space, in a vacuum space. We have to create something for that. The create equipments, lightings, the study for that, the teamworks. Then only it will come out.
Okay. So,
and there's a particular shot in this, and when that hero comes, Prithviraj comes, she was on the wall. When he comes, he was searching for her. When he enters in the frame, that frame's in a wall, in a front of wall, in the wall, that her shadow was there. Then he was surprised from the shadow. Then he turns back and camera comes like this. Then only we are showing that
on the wall.
Yeah. Not because of the shot. That particular music, sound effect in that particular shot, it gives a very, very eerie feeling that it was a very successful shot, and we didn't plan it before. We just went there for lighting. We are doing lightings, and suddenly one of the shadow comes to the wall. One of the art department guy who is walking around with the smoke bundle. So when the shadow appears in that wall, suddenly I just asked the director that, hey Jay, can we do that? Jay told, how can you do this? I'll give me 10 minutes. I'll do that. Then I put a rostrum there. I put the light. I put a dummy guy there. So
It worked out.
yeah, it worked. It worked well.
But then you also said that the entire thing, the music, everything that
Yeah,
comes into
sir,
play. Because here we have a question from Vijay. Vijay, are you online?
Yes, sir, I'm online.
Yeah, Vijay, please ask that question about music. I think this is very relevant here.
What is this?
Yes, sir. I was listening. Like my mic was not working earlier. My earphones were not working earlier, and I happened to see the shots that you were playing, and still I could feel the music in them. So then I started watching these shots deliberately without the audio, and I found there was certain talam there, like certain rhythm. And then I remembered you mentioned earlier that he had a musical background. So it directly influences the way shots are framed up. And then again, later you mentioned that you picked your daughter's shots as there is it is obvious that there is this certain familiarity that comes with you know uh,
Music.
familiarity and descendants. Yeah. So what I'm asking is that there is obviously that it's inherent to you, but do you discuss this with the director, and do you discuss these while you set up these shots, or do they come naturally to you? And if they come naturally to you, do you find it easier to discuss it with the directors, like your process?
That's what I said right now. Because without the teamwork, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because it won't be good, because director planned something, the writer wrote something, director planned on that, and suddenly how can I only decide that, oh, this is what this is the right way to do that? Nothing like that. It's a teamwork. Definitely, it's a teamwork. Sometimes some actors are there, then they won't be comfortable with those kind of action which we are planning. So we have to redirect that. Then we have to change that plan according to them also. So that will happen. Then only that works. Something good works.
Vijay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
That's the
Although
simplest thing for that question. Simplest answer for that question, because otherwise it won't work. So if something comes into my mind, then I'll discuss with the director, I'll discuss with the actors. Then they have their own sessions. Then they will implement all these things together and do.
this is like personal. Like, do you often have times where you get to give suggestions to others and they find it new and interesting and they incorporate it to the film?
It's a secret.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So now we are discussing about Ezra. So I think Shabana cannot unmute herself. So she said it's the best scene in the film.
Thank you, Shabana.
So we are talking about how we used darkness in different ways, in memories, in Ayal, and then in Ezra. We have seen it. But then now that brings me back to Lucifer. Lucifer is a film that is being appreciated for its visual grandeur.
Yeah.
Especially there are scenes, for those who have watched Lucifer, you might remember the scenes where there are thousands of people in one frame. So that's the scale of frames that you have composed for that film. So how do you set the frames for those many people? How can you control the frames when you are having thousands of people behaving on the ground? Is that a challenge?
Definitely yes. Actually, this is first time in Malayalam, I guess. We are shooting with this much of crowd and this much of scale. Yeah, we used so many VFXs for that, but that is also a challenge, because if VFX is not good, if we are not shooting properly, then VFX can be good. So if VFX is not good, then this crowd will be a projected one. So it won't match. It won't match the frontal crowd with the background crowd. So there is a lighting condition to match all these things. So we have to keep all these elements there to shoot. With the plates, first we will take the master plate.
Mhm.
Then we will add the more crowds there and here. The lighting condition must be the same which we took that
Master shot.
to the master shot, and otherwise we have to create the layer by layer. There are so many hundreds of layers there. So layer by layer we have to create that particular lighting continuity, that particular system, that particular tones and all, because tones in the sense, if we shooting in the early morning, the tones will be different. If we shooting in that in the midst of the noon, then the temperature and color temperature, the tones will be different. If we are shooting in the sunset time, then the yellow lights, orange light will come. Then also the tone will be different. If we are lighting properly in that thing, then the shadows will come, because it's not a single light. We'll use so many lights. The mild shadows will come. So that also won't match. So that's the most difficult area to create these particular VFX shots.
Okay. Easy to watch there. But
And
then the
whenever you are watching the film, you won't realize this much of work is
work
there.
is- exactly, that's what I meant. That much of work goes into every frame.
Yeah, of course. Yes, we I told you first, we are trying to do something, making something more than what we did in this.
Okay. We don't even realize how much effort, how much layering happens when we just watch the thousands moving in, behaving on the screen.
It's about more than 10,000 or 15,000 people out there.
But then, yeah, that's that part explained. That brings me to the next film that I wanted to discuss with you is Anarkali, where you have played with the elements of nature. That film is filled with sea and sky. So
The tones.
the tone, the entire thing, that because the sea and sky are the main actors. I don't treat Biju Menon or Prithviraj as the lead actors in that film. The sky and even underwater. That's what you offered for Anarkali. Can you share that experience?
Anarkali is one of the best shoot I have ever done, I guess, because it's 90% of the film shot there in Lakshadweep, only Kavarthi Deep, and only few things there in Nagathi. And the thing is, it's too difficult to shoot with the shadow area and the sea and the shore, the white sand shore. It's there, and it's too right now. Nowadays we can shoot like that because there are so many equipments. But that days we don't have that much of resolution on the drones, but we use the drone. In this brighter sand area, we can control that particular sand whiteness. So then also we shot with the under exposure, and we brighten it there in that studio. So that kind of difficulties are there, and yeah, it was a good shoot for me. And yeah, after that film released, people were asking that how we missed that particular Lakshadweep, how we are missing, because we just want to go there and enjoy the things. But the thing is, the most of the beautiful shots are there from the top.
Yeah.
Then from the top, then only we can see the difference of sea shades of sea. The darker blue, the blues are the darker blue, the greens are there. Then it comes to white sands, then that green trees and all.
The
So
pattern of
that kind of color differences are there, but only from the top, not from that.
when you're standing on the ground.
No, not from that 6 feet or 5 feet height. So
That's
that
how
is-
people were missing that view.
and people went there after that. Then they told me that, Baba, I didn't see that beautiful things there, because I just told them It must be you must be so high. Otherwise,
So the lighthouse is also a part of that.
yeah, lighthouse is also part of that, and we set it up for the last climax scene in a set in a studio
Okay.
in a portion of that particular thing lighthouse. Then we lit it up, and it's usually merged with merged easily, and we shot underwater sequence are there. You know,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
and I shot that.
You,
I practiced underwater diving for this particular movie. I went there 10 days or 12 days before. I practiced. Me and Prithviraj also practiced. We had the paddy certificate also. And we shot with our own camera, and we get more equipments for shooting there. Yeah.
how deep did you go?
I think
How many feet? Or
yeah, it's at 23 feet something.
you went 23 feet under the sea to shoot.
Yeah, I went 28 feet. 28 feet I went. Prithviraj from there, from top. Then only we will get that wider things. In the water, it will be little slow. The movement will be slow. So we shot in I think 22 frames or something like 20 frames. Then Prithviraj went a little more down than me, and those whole group.
Okay.
And we took the group from there itself, Vallath itself. So they'll die like anything. They'll die like without that equipment.
Equipment gear. Okay. So basically, you took that risk because of your passion for visuals.
Definitely yes. Otherwise, how can I know that somebody doing with the camera underwater? How can I know that? So if I'm there, then I can control the frames. I can direct that artist that move there in a side angle. But if I'm not going there, then how can I tell them that this is what we need? So I just learned that for that, and it's a beautiful experience for me.
Yeah. So then what I mentioned is like you have this passion for visuals, and this passion, your passion, this insatiable passion for vision, is the signature of your directorial debut, James and Alice. Because that character played by again Prithviraj as James is an artist in this film. Some of the frames are absolute like painting. Okay, so my question is, were these frames decided by Sujith Vaasudev, the cinematographer, or Sujith Vaasudev, the director?
That's the most difficult question to answer. It merged actually. So cinematographer asked some doubts to the director. Then director clears the doubt to the cinematographer. Then there's a campaign thing works. Then yeah,
So when the writer came up with this story, you had these frames in.
Actually, the story was mine. The total screenplay and otherwise the design of this movie structure was mine. And Janardhan, sir, the Dr. Janardhan, he came up with the dialogues and all, yeah, with a few new characters and all, and yeah, it's because it's totally was in my mind. So it's so easy to capture, easy to organize all these visuals, all these characters, all these stuffs within that.
Okay.
It was
So you had the film in your mind when you are thinking about the story.
Yeah, because it happened only, the shoot happened only in 2015, I guess. And I was like the story was in my mind like 2006 or 7 something, and I was developing bit by bit in each and every location, each and every whenever I get time. So I narrated with so many fronts. I have a very good front circle. So I narrated the story so many fronts, and yeah, I think I narrated with you too,
Yeah,
right?
we all talked about it.
Yeah. And I got the feedbacks from everyone. So I merged it to this screenplay. Then only it happened. It was a good film, I guess.
Okay. So another thing that I noticed in your filmography is Prithviraj is repeated presence in your films, in your debut film as well, and the works that you did. But then you have worked with actors like Mohanlal. So here we have an actor who has what do you call redefined acting. So what was your experience placing the camera before an actor like Mohanlal or Kamal Hassan? How do you feel like standing on the other side of the camera
You know,
when they are performing?
you know, when we joined in a movie, then we have to go with the subjects, with the director, not with the actor, I guess. And yeah, of course, yes, we will wonder when they are acting in front of my camera because these are the persons who we are dreamt about. Dreamt about cinema. When we are dreamt about cinema, these are the persons who were leading the the industry, you know. And yes, yeah, that was quite a good experience with both of them. And they're both are good in their own ways. In Malayalam, yeah, Lal sir did a great job in that because very subtle reactions was there, and the scripting was superbly good. Drishyam, Jitu's, yeah, Jitu's script was superbly good, you know. And Papadasam also, but Kamal sir did little more than what Mohanlal sir did because he knows how those Chennai, otherwise Tamil audience will take that character. So he did in the like that way. So it's both of them are little different.
They did it in a different way, but suiting that their culture.
Their culture, yeah, of course, yes. I don't know exactly what the Tamil audience are expecting, but Kamal sir knows.
He knows it better, yeah.
Kamal sir knows well, and it did well there. Financially, it did well there. So that's true.
Because that's exactly what Aravind has asked. Aravind, I hope he has answered your question. Is there anything else you want, Aravind?
Hi, Anand. Hi, Sujith. So I think you basically kind of answered that. My question was this: like, was it a conscious change that Kamal Hassan or the Tamil production team insisted? Kind of a different focus on how to tell the story. Second was like, what was your experience of shooting the same story over in another language in a different how much of a challenge was that? So that is my second question.
Yeah,
and also, what do you feel? Also, like, what do you feel seeing Drishyam being made into different languages? Like, it even came in Mandarin. How much do you think that the original cinematic language that you gave in the Malayalam movie, how much did it change, and like what did you feel watching those movies?
See, the strength of that particular movie is the script. So there is nothing to change with that particular scenarios because if we change that scripts for that particular language or something, then it won't work. That's what happened in Hindi, I guess, because they changed a bit. So that feel doesn't work in that changes. So better if that the original one works somewhere, then don't try to change that particular vision. Just go with that. Only that's my suggestion. Only that. Then yeah, both of the actors are so different in their own ways. Lalsa did it very subtle way, and Kamal sir did it for their audiences. So in a louder way, But both are the same. And the challenge was that is uh, we are Kamal sir. It's a very big actor. and very huge. So in his previous films, he is more into technical also. He knows all the details of all the things inside the film industry. So I was so afraid to face him first 2 days. But he was so cool. He was talking about the new lenses, new cameras, new lights, and all. And he was there in the morning itself. By 7 o'clock itself, he was there in the location. First 2 days, or almost all the days. First 2 days, I was wonder how these kind of artists will come in the mornings. Then I got to know that's his
Passion.
That's his passion. Yeah, he'll come anytime, whenever we will ask. If you want him on the by 5 o'clock in the morning, then he'll come. Yeah, he'll come like that. That's his passion. That's why he's Kamala Hassan. And yeah, we first we fixed somewhere there in Tengashi, Tirunelveli, somewhere there locations, the total locations, and we planned a set for that particular house and all. But suddenly that rain comes there, and fully that location got flooded. So we had to finish within these months because of his
The commitments.
another commitments, commercials, another commitments. So we shifted to the same locations where we shot this year. So that was a challenge for me because once how can we shoot the
Kerala setting.
yeah, so
Drishyam thing.
that is a challenge, and yeah,
It's a cultural thing.
cultural differences are there.
You have to
And
create the Tamil Nadu feel in Kerala
and that house
house itself.
where were they?
Where you have to change everything.
What we can do? Nothing we can do because we suddenly shifted from there and
Okay.
we shot in the same house. That's only
Challenging.
I don't know, a bad thing which I felt that, but otherwise it was quite good.
So now we come to the the new phase in your cinematographic career, because that's happened in Telugu industry.
Okay.
Telugu industry is so big compared to Malayalam film industry.
Mhm.
It is so wide, it is so rich. So when I watch a film like The Warrior, where you have done exceptional work, my question is, I was first at the first watch, I was amazed by the scale of the work that you have done there. So,
Warrior, there's a blood song.
so does this freedom scares you, or because you can imagine anything at this scale? So does it scares you, or does it excite you as a cinematographer?
Definitely excitement will be there. Why should I scare?
Okay.
No, excitement will be there because see, in Emburan, even in Emburan, we are doing something not normal. That is also exciting. Another thing that we or one of the movie I'm planning right now is something exceptional than very regular kind of movie, and that is also exciting. If we fear something, then we can move. So there is no fear, but only thing is excitement, and the fear is if I can do something more than what I did the previous things. That's the only fear. So I have to work day by day. I have to do homeworks more and more. I have to discuss with my assistants or other cinematographers more and more. I have to read, learn more and more.
So even like the Malayalam movie is also opening up to new experiments. So we can expect more.
Definitely, yes. See, there's a movie Tallumala.
Tallumala.
That editing short patterns are different, and color. That's something totally different in a narrative way. And
So you have experimented with structure and
Yeah.
design and everything.
So many movies are there. Even Jigardanda too.
Chizatu, yeah.
Oh, wow, what a narration. and the animal right now. And the narrative patterns are so different right now.
Okay.
So we have
So we are waiting for your new works because thanks a lot for sharing your experience, your body of work with us. Thank you for finding time out of your busy schedule, and we do look forward to getting more such innovative and visual treats from you.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for all the guys here who are here.
Thank you, Sujith sir. It's me. So I'm sure everybody enjoyed and benefited from this interaction. It has been amazing all these 5 days. I'm sure we are going to have a lot of film professionals from amongst us very soon because of the inspiration. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.